3 cameras going. I really just wanted to test out my new equipment. So, camera angle 1, 2, 3. I feel like maybe that one was probably not a good purchase, because it's like an extension arm thingamajigger, but I don't know how I feel about it, because excuse me, at the time it felt like a interesting gadget to have, but now that I'm actually using it, because you know why? I was too busy, I was distracted checking out so many other things. As soon as she showed it to me, I was like, oh, that looks cool, I want it. So I didn't actually like fuck with it myself. So yeah, that was a mistake. I was too busy like checking out the speakers. I have to get an exchange for this. I just bought this today. So as you can see, it's too big on him. I think this one is like 9 months. Yeah, 6 to 9 months. So I guess he needs 3 to 6 months. I miscalculated. You see all this extra slack over here? I mean, yeah, it's got this extra slack because the zipper is on the bottom. I think this was the only one, so there wasn't any other sizes for this one. And I liked this one because it's got like cuddler, I love you, big hugs, kisses. So it's cute. I like it because it's cute. But of course it doesn't actually fit him. Alright, so I actually need to stretch, which is the reason why I'm here. Well, I don't know where I put... Oh. I need to make sure I have my dolls seen. Sometimes I accidentally forget them in my bag. Now, don't ask me how, but I managed to get the hot girl to play my fantasy game, my cornstarch game. I managed to get her to play, and she pulled the baby card. So it did feel like a long game because we had 5 players, and I have to pick my nose. I felt like something might be in it, but I guess I don't have any boogers. So yeah, we had 5 people. I managed to somehow get 5 people to try my game, and it was a success. I have basically pretty good feedback about the game. They all like it. I mean, I knew everybody was gonna like it. It's just that, you know, you have to keep in mind, I didn't really have that much time to prepare. Like, I've been working non-stop putting my fucking board together. Look, see, so I have to basically lean forward if I want to actually be in the fucking frame. I just felt like this is a different thumbnail and I need to stretch, so I might as well multitask, because that's what I like to do. I like to do more than one thing at the same time. Look, you guys have to understand that I don't really, besides like mowing the fucking lawn, I don't really do much movement. I know I need to move and get off my ass and do shit. But it's just, maybe I'm just lacking the motivation, I don't know. Why? Okay, I already admit that I know I'm lazy, okay? And like, why? Because you guys already know that I'm a homebody, right? So why should I like commit to working out if all my subliminals worked already and I already got a magical glow up, right? So I just wake up with a fucking hot body. If the subliminals are working, which they're supposed to be working, right? I have to believe that I already have everything that I want. So if I already have everything that I want, then, and I don't have to work for it, then why would I do a single fucking crunch? Why would I have to work out if I already have a hot body? It would literally just be for health reasons. But oh, if I have perfect health, then who needs to work out? Right? Anyways. So, I feel pretty good about the game, although, of course, they want more, basically more questions. So, I knew that it was probably going to come up, because, like I said, excuse me, well, I can only talk for so long. Keep in mind, I've been talking all day. So like, imagine, look, now I have my back to you guys, but it's like you guys see every angle from me. Like the thing is, if I've been multitasking, right? Multitasking and entertaining real life people in person, showing them, demonstrating and explaining how to play the fucking game, right? So I was talking all day, and now, I mean, nobody's forcing me to record. I'm just a workaholic. I have to burp. Okay. So yeah, they want more questions. They want it to be more interactive. So thankfully, I already have questions from when I was playing the game that I made up with my other friends back in Portugal. Thank God I saved that shit on my phone. But like, of course, because I already came up with that shit, like, that wouldn't be new for me, you know? So everything about, obviously, entertaining is, everybody always wants to play with new games, and they always want something new, right? So eventually, you know, they're gonna get bored eventually. So now I just have to get to work and make more questions. And I found these black baby dolls. They would be perfect. Like the size of the doll, I would say is perfect. But I just don't feel like spending $10 on the... Like, you know, how much shit do I have to carry? You know, the fucking game board, and then all the pieces, and then they want me to add more fucking questions. So, with all the index cards, I've just been, like, laminating it by putting a piece of tape on each side of the fucking card, you know. The tape is fucking heavy. So every little bit of weight counts. And then now I also got paper clips. So basically whenever you draw like one of the cards, like let's just say I pulled a, you start an online business that makes $10,000 per month. So per month, meaning like, so whenever you pull the card, you basically have to remember the spot where you pulled the card. So by the time you come back to that same spot, then I make another $10,000, right? So now I'm just going to use a paper clip to mark the spot where I pulled that card, right? So even paper clips, it's weight, right? Because there's different cards where it says like per rotation. So anytime you pull one of those cards where it says per rotation or per month, then, you know, it's like I have to mark that spot. So I got the colored paper clips. Now paper clips, even though it's just a paper clip, I got the colored paper clips, which means it's got a coating, right? A layer of color. It's not a regular paper clip. The regular paper clips are just metal, right? So mine, because it's got color on it, because then you can distinguish which one is whose, you know, because it's just so many fucking things to keep track of. But for the first game, I would say that today was a success. All my friends were quite pleased and happy with it. And everybody basically, it was like, across the board, everybody agreed like there should be more interesting, interactive questions, right? So I was like, well, I mean, I only have so much time, but, you know, if you want to escalate things, right, there's the easiest way you can escalate, right, because it is, after all, a porn star game. So I said, well, you know, if somebody lands on golden showers, we can just make them drink the piss. Drink someone's piss, that's it. But then they're like, oh no, that's too intense, you know what I mean? So that's why I said, well, you know, you gotta adjust the game, you know, to like your comfort level, basically, right? Because like, why would you do something like that if you're not really digging, like, you know, if you're playing with a group of people that you're actually attracted to, then by all means. So yeah, now it's just like a matter of making extra cards and tweaking the game a little bit. Because like I had one where it was like, I can't even remember. Like, because I had different different price points, right? So like, let's just say a pegging scene. For a pegging scene, I had that the player, if it was a male doing the pegging scene, then he would make $10,000. If it was a tranny, they would make $5,000, and then a female would make $4,000, right? So I assign some of the scenes or some of the acts or whatever have different payouts depending on the performer, right? So let's just see. So far, so this is why it's called the Porn Star Fantasy Game, because I know that in real life, the female performers make more money in this industry, right? So that's why I just put fantasy, because of course my numbers are, you know, not realistic. They're highly inflated or whatever. But it's a game. That's the reason why I did it this way. So I'll just tell you, there's like 2 spots on the board where you could basically have a chance to win the most money. So it's basically the star position. So one is the star, like the logo star. That's at the beginning, the start of the board. So on that spot is the star. If you land on that, you roll 1 dice. And then that determines what scene you'll do. Then I have another position, another spot on the board that is the word star. So for that position, when you land on the word star, then you have to roll 2 dice. So I think the highest amount is DAP, Delta Alpha Papa. Damn, it's raining. And then my favorite position, so that the DAP, you can make up to $66,000. And for DVP, Delta Victor Papa, is, I believe, I'm not sure if it was like 50,000 or 60,000. I think it's like 50,000. Regardless, I mean, it's my game, right? So I just did it where it's like, well, because at first, like, I would prefer not to have the alpha word in it. Because that's just, like, to me, as a female, I think that's gay shit. I don't care what you say. If you're into that shit, then I think you're fucking gay. That's all I gotta say. I don't find that pleasurable at all. But I included it anyways because I think it's funny. Because I did say for the game that the player, when they get assigned or receive a corn job, they have the option to pass it on to the next player. So if they do not wish to perform that scene, then they are allowed to pass it on to the next player. But so far, everybody accepts the job. Nobody has ever rejected it because, like, to them, they're like, oh, it's just a game. So they're willing to do whatever it takes to win the most money. So everybody's just a hoe. I mean, it's funny because, you know, this game, I like it because it helps me to learn about the people, right? It helps me learn things about them that I never would otherwise learn about them. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So, like, for example, the girl, the hot bitch, she landed on Heart's Desire, right? So for any time that you land on the heart, so there's 2 opportunities, and I'm going way over time. There's 2 spots on the board where it's the heart. Well, basically, the heart is Heart's Desire. But when you land on, like, the star position, you can roll the dice, and you can also basically score the heart. So there's 2 opportunities to land yourself the Heart's Desire job opportunity. And basically that's like, when you get Heart's Desire, it's pretty self-explanatory. The corn star gets to choose and perform whatever their heart's desire. So today we learned that that hot bitch wants I think she said 5 black guys. So, and then the other guy, when he landed on it, he said he wanted to do 2 midgets. So it's funny. I think it's fucking hilarious. Because, you know, like, well, how else would shit like this come up in conversation? Like, you know what I mean? So anyways, I thought we all got a good laugh out of it. So to me, it was a success. Like, even though I did so much work, right? I put all my time and energy and money to create this board game, right? And we all got a good laugh, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun. But yeah, one person did get there kind of late, and what the fuck? Shit. I didn't realize that I had my shit on. Like, so, cause the fucking, fuck. When my camera cut out, it just fucking, started going back to playing my YouTube video, music. So I really hope that it doesn't affect my fucking, shit for copyright. But anyways, I think that's 21 minutes. I only did the video because I wanted to test out that fucking new thing that new gadget that I have. The fucking you see that whatchamacallit, I don't know if would you even call that a fucking tripod? Anyway, so I'm pretty happy about what happens today with like the turnout. Like, people were happy with it. I mean, now I just have to come up with more cards. So I do want to point out that when I first finished the board game, when I first finished, I had 66 cards. Like, when I thought, I was like, okay, I think this should be sufficient. This should be good enough. It literally turned out to be 66. And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't like that number. So I made up more cards. And then I made up like 77, but then I made like one more card. Oh, because after I got to 77, I decided to make one extra card, which was a jealous ass hoe keys your car. So that was the 78th card. So now, when I come up with more cards, we'll probably end up having like close to 100 cards. I mean, literally the game can go on forever at this rate. Cause like, I was playing with my friends, and that's why I said to them, I said, before we start, you guys need to say, you know, let's just play for 1 hour or 2 hours or whatever. Cause, you know, after a while, of course, it doesn't matter. Like, people are going to start wandering off and getting bored. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing. Like, people only have an attention span for so long.